Welcome to the realm beyond reselling. Maybe I should change the name to Beyond the Realm of Reselling. What's going on, everybody? James here. And oh, do I got some things to talk about. Well, kind of. Just some change. Just a change of, it's a new year. Change of thought, things, change of, I think I've been going through on an attitude change in the last month, outlook change, etc., etc. We got a flash hat that sold on Poshmark, sold for $8. But yeah, I think I'm going to point out some stuff today, reality, to a lot of folks, and there's just some things I'm tired of, and I'm done dealing with, and I'm going to, say my piece because I don't care, because I'm removing myself from situations. So we're going to get into that. Yeah. And all of it, none of it's said with anger or nothing like that. It's said with just, like I guess this is my realm. This is my world. It's let's just go. How about that? So we're at going on 9 a.m. and I've got $0. So another shutdown last night appearing. Started at 10:30 last night, and then between 12:53 and 12:57, I got two different sales, and then it's been shut off ever since. So nothing has come through in a huge chunk of window overnight, which doesn't surprise me with all the issues that's been going on that has plagued the website this weekend. The pictures were back to working yesterday, so that was good. So, but yeah, the biggest blank I've seen, and some of that could be that I haven't put my items back on sale yet. So there's a little bit to play there also too, probably, I'm sure. So, but that being said, something definitely off overnight again, but that's the nightly thing. Let's see. Yesterday ended at $690, even with nothing on sale. So it was kind of a test trying to see if I can rely on just the promoted listings, the off-site ads. I started the new off-site ad campaign, so it's not in full bloom yet. The old one that ended, the old off-site ad campaign that ended, sold 71 items for a total of $1,227 with an ad fee of $352. So above where I like it, with a return on ad spend at 3.48. I wanted to keep that in between 4 and 6. That did not happen. And it may not happen with long tail items, the type of items I sell. So we shall see. The new campaign started on the 28th, I think late in the 28th. 5 sold so far for $69 with an ad spend of $29. That's ugly. Return on ad spend 2.38. So hopefully that number improves, because that's an ugly number. Ugly, I said. What you talking about, Willis? I think the thing I saw yesterday, though, my organics were like at 2 all day. I made it up to 5. 5 organics, 31 promoted, 5 organic yesterday. So yeah, but the 0 as of this morning, going on 9 a.m. with $0, 0 items sold. That's surprising right there. Haven't had that in a while, so we'll see what kind of a bounce back day it'll be. So we're going to switch over to YouTube now. You might have noticed a few little changes. And I talked about, I put a community thing up. I'm removing myself from the majority of the reseller YouTube community. It's just, I'm done playing the games. I'm done fishing for views. I'm just done with it. There's a lot of not just trolls. You know, the trolls don't bother me because I have fun with them. I can make funny comebacks, right? The annoying part are the resellers who run channels who just don't, for some reason or another, don't comprehend that people can do things in different ways. And they feel like they have to prove their way is the best. And in doing so, they will put down anybody else on YouTube, and it don't matter. It's just about growing their YouTube channel so they can feel that ego trip, I guess, and that fuel that, I don't know. I guess different people have different agendas, but the fact that there's so many people who can't see that people can make money doing different ways, because not everybody's in the same situation as everybody else. How I got here, I guarantee you any of those resellers could not have made the 22-year trip I made, you know? And I'm not saying that out of ego. I'm just saying it was a long, hard battle. And some of them are not set up for long battles, and it shows. I don't know what that means. I just felt like saying it. But, you know, I'm done with it. So I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to just make cute little creative thumbnails. I'm not going to put eBay on them. You know, they're just going to be nice little pictures. And then what goes in the title is whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I'm done wasting time trying to grow, not really grow, but just to fit in. I'm done trying to fit in. I've never in my entire life tried to fit in. It's just never been my thing. So why the hell am I doing it on YouTube, right? If people want to watch me, they can watch me. People are going to have to find me. That's the way I'm kind of looking at it. So just done. You know, I'm going to refocus, worry about my store, building my store even more, and enjoying life, you know. And I'm not, you know, like I said, of course it's not everybody. There's only a few bad seeds out there, but it's almost like as the bad seeds get more popular, their reign of terror grows more. I don't know. It's weird. I don't care. But anyway, so I'm just removing myself from all that. So don't care anymore. Not that I cared for the last few days anyway, or last couple weeks anyway. It's just I'm at that point now where, you know, I stopped really caring. And then after the last time, you know, I get emails from you guys who will say, so-and-so said this, called you out, etc. I don't care. Don't care. That's just to inflate their own ego. You know, I'm over that. So I'm done with it. I'm done trying to play in the space. I'm just going to do whatever I do and not put any limitations on it. So it's going to be the realm of whatever I'm feeling that day, that moment, that time. So, and the way I am is after I spew or talk about it or get any feeling or emotion out, negative or positive, you feel better afterwards. And you just live your day happily ever after. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to dwell on, or because when you try to incorporate yourself into something, you'll step back, but then you put yourself back in there. And then you get caught up in it again. Step back because something made you angry or mad or upset or whatever. So you pull back, then you jump back in and you're back. No, I'm done. I'm done jumping in. I'm just done. I'm doing my own damn thing, and whatever it is, it is. If it grows, it grows. If it goes backwards, it goes backwards. you're still going to get the same type of stuff. So I'm just not going to play the rat race anymore. So let's go to some questions and comments. That was Unchained by Van Halen. Yes, that's my ringtone. When I saw the title, I thought, how does James know about me? Then I realized I'm not a wannabe, I am wannabe. In Pig Latin, B is pronounced eBay. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, gotcha. There's another little twist on that then. So, yeah, I was just having fun with a bee popped in my head. So I made the little wannabe thumbnail, like, you want to be successful. And then I'm like, oh, you could actually take that anyway. So I just put it in a way where it could be taken depending on your attitude. If you're a positive person, you see it positively. If you're a negative person, you see it negatively. So that way it has like a double entendre, if you will. So that was kind of cool. All right. You got nothing. Going through an old video that of vinyl I got. Actually, I did get it. I made lots of money off of that. So it kind of shows what you know. You're dreaming. You think you're going to get 50 for that 45. I'm not sure what 45 it was, but I usually don't dream. Usually pretty close to reality. I live on the edge of reality. So there's a little dreaming involved, but usually when it comes to prices, I'm usually more conservative on prices than dreaming on prices. So I went to the, Jan wanted to go to the Benz Saturday. So we went to the Benz, and I guess Adrian already shipped it. We spent $130, and I got a tap out MMA zip up hoodie jacket. And as soon as I put it up, it sold. I had 2 people fighting it out for that. So that went for $60 just for the jacket alone. So I made $60 back on the 130 right out the gate. And I sold one other thing, I believe, from that trip. Let me... an offer. So today, I think, as I go to that, I might turn my sales back on today if I don't get a bounce back day, because I'm sure it's a little bit of both. Problems with eBay plus the fact that I don't have my sales on. But sold more from the Saturday before. Oh, it was that quilted vest sold for $10. That was in that video, yesterday's video. So I made 70 back so far on that stuff. Let's see. Happy New Year's, James. I rank reseller YouTubers 3 ways. 1, entertaining. 2, informative/useful. 3, worthless and repetitive content. That's another thing too, when you just have a focused channel. And one thing I didn't want to get into is just vomiting the same thing over and over again. It just, and it's almost like you have to on YouTube, because you'll get people on almost every video who will ask questions that if they would have watched a video from yesterday or last week or last month, they would know the answers to, type of thing. So it's almost like you're forced to repeat so much of the stuff consistently, but then your long-term viewers are like, we heard this before, we heard this before. So it's definitely a line that you have to walk. It's just, you know. You are definitely a 1 and 2. Can't wait to see your garage sale videos when the season begins again. Have a potential big buy coming up this week. Nice. But I'll end up having to dodge winter storms to pull it off. Nothing like headed into the mountains the wrong time of year. Gotta love that, right? Thanks for showing your numbers and backing the research you've done. You'll never know how many people you've actually helped or inspired to help others. Regarding offers, today the first, I had more than twice as many offers than any day in 2023. That's good. Not sure what's up with that. Well, it's been broken for the last 2 months, so felt good but strange. The week after Christmas has always been my strangest week of the year, and it's been proving to be good again. Nice. I think some people are wondering if you're going to do a bit more on Posh the closer we get to summer. I've been happy to see you do something there. Anyway, probably be on Primo Chemo's chat tomorrow. Some good conversations coming out of that. Cool. Yes. And Primo, they just got monetized. They're good people. So good people. I was going to say something. Oh, Posh. Yeah, I'm just reestablishing. As I'm refocusing, I got to see. When I say I'm pulling myself out of that rat race, that circle, it's more based on focusing again, because once you get wrapped up into that world and you're trying to do this and trying to do that, and then you've got people coming at you, so you've got to you lose focus, and that hurts yourself in the long run. And I'm tired of losing focus. I want my day to be music blasting, bopping back and forth as I list, right? So too many distractions I let pull me into that rat race. So time to step back from it. $52,000 listings and you only did $20,000 gross. I made $13,500 with only 1,200 listings. This is why I always say 52,000 listings is all for clout and to show off, because 90% is garbage. Well, I'm not clouting anything and I'm not showing off. See, this is what this statement is not just resellers who don't have YouTube channels, but this is coming from resellers who do have YouTube channels. And so I'm going to lump all of them into these next statements here. And people who think like this should not have YouTube channels. They should not be not just trying to give people information, but trying to charge people for information when they can't even see past their own ass, if you will. You know, they need to get their head out of their asses. Like, okay. So, 52,000 listings. So you're telling me you sold different things than me and you made different money? No, you're joking me, right? No way. That's the first joke. But there was even a YouTube reseller who acts like they think my whole basis or foundation of my videos is based off on, I got 52,000 items. Yay! I don't remember ever doing it like that. It's more about, I think they're more, like, for me, it's about building it more. It's not about how many I have. It's about how big can I get it. The glasses came off. Da-da-da-da. Because for me, well, and the reality that like people who make these comments don't see or fail to realize is there's more. How many times do I got to say this? There's more than one way to make a living reselling. You don't have to follow the YouTube model and high sell-through rate. Only high sell-through rate. You should always find some. And anybody who's a reseller usually does find that stuff here and there. There's not just one way to make a living. Coming from nothing and taking like 30 years of my life to try to figure out what the hell I wanted to do, my main goal with reselling was to build the biggest, most secure business, not just eBay store, most secure, biggest business I could. Why, you ask? Guess what? I could take a month off and my sales would be nearly the same. People who only, say, have 1,200 items, who only concentrate on high sell-through rate items, guess what? You're always out there fighting for items. Can you take a month off? Hell, can you even take a week off and it not really reflect your numbers? I could take a month off and my bills are still going to get paid. Why? Because I got consistency, because I built a solid foundation. And you kind of expect it from people who don't have YouTube channels, but when you get it from people who do have YouTube channels, who's trying to give advice, but it's not that they're not sticking to their own advice, but they're trying to drag other people who do it differently down. And that's the sickening part of it, that you have people out there who want to be taken seriously as a reseller on YouTube, yet they're just tunnel vision. You can't be that tunnel vision. You've got to, at least to be successful in anything in life, you've got to have a wide open range to be able to see all different angles of things, because you never know when something from that other angle you're going to come across, or it's going to amplify your business. What I'm showing you here, even if you are watching this and you are an only high sell-through rate seller, for whatever reason, if one day you go, you know what, I would like to have a more stable income, so I'm not out there fighting for high sell-through rate stuff with 50,000 other people, and I have to go out daily to find this stuff, or I'm going to flop, or at least start sinking. You know what my channel's going to show you? Well, hey, he does well on da-da-da. Maybe I'll start building a foundation with just those items because I see them all the time. Some people feel like their way is the only way. There are so many different ways to do it, but some just don't see it that way. You know, this person says they put 1,200 items up, but they don't, do, how long does it take to put up your item? Can you scale it? I built a business where I could scale. I could just keep growing it and growing and growing it, and it have a secure income consistently. That's what I wanted. That's what I built. That's what I got. That's what I'm happy with. Clearly, if you have to come and try to put other people's process down, you're the one that's actually not happy. You're probably driving yourself ragged, always trying to score the stuff if you don't have a consistent source. This being that person who spoke. Make yourself happy. If you're happy, you don't have to come after other people. And I think maybe that's where the YouTube thing comes in, is these people aren't happy with the views they're getting or the money they're making off of YouTube. So they've got they'll drag other people down with them just to try to pull themselves up. And I'm done with that world. I'm done with it. It's like, it's been said a lot of times, there are clubs on YouTube. And if you're not part of that club, you're the enemy of that club, right? If you could, one bad person says something about me, so I say, I'm not really watching that person anymore, and then I get a whole club of people who don't like me? Huh? Maybe you need to reevaluate your life a little bit, right? I mean, I'm done with that shit. I'm just done with it. It makes no sense. I'm not getting in anybody's club. I'm going to even be reluctant to say anybody's name even more, even in a positive light, just because it's been ruined by stupidity. I'm just done. It really makes no sense to me, honestly. It really don't. So I'm tired of the child games and the bullshit and the fucking ridiculousness of it all. It's just a comment to that statement. Watching some YouTube video states, I suppose you think Walmart should stop selling cans of soup because they make more gross sales on boxes of cereal. Your logic is ridiculous. That's the thing. You're never going to be as successful in anything you do if you don't open your mind up that there are different ways to do it and not everybody has to do it the same. And if everybody did it the same, you wouldn't be at the level you're at because there would be a hell of a lot more competition. It's just, I don't know. Let's see. Thank you for the video. It's always very helpful in deciding to either use Vendoo or list perfectly. How does shipping work for Vendoo? I don't use shipping on Vendoo, so yeah, you're asking about shipping on Vendoo. I don't ship on Vendoo, so I ship on eBay. So speaking of that, I need to remember, got to get labels and ink. Still haven't done that. Vintage, not antique. Well, that's what it says, vintage. So I put up a video showing my desk, my picture taking layout the other day. So yes, the video I've been waiting for since I watched your videos in March. I remember when you used to have lights on your clothing station as well. There's one above it, kind of. And then he's still moaning in 2034. That's the one I talked about. Did I talk about that? Maybe I didn't. Somebody says, so this was on a community post thing. Checkout seems to be working today so far. That's why I was updating you. And then somebody put, he'll still be moaning in 2034. Then I got a couple of responses. Watching some YouTube videos says, if these eBay issues aren't fixed by 2034, I'll cry. 10 more years of error messages will demand it. Will damage my mental health. And then somebody else says, can't complain about non-existing site issues. Now go back to work. eBay IT guy. Also, draft on laptop froze up like crazy. Happy New Year. So, looks like I'm kind of caught up on some stuff. So, I only got very few to ship as of right now. So, were any of these payments that came through? No, I'm still at zero. 9:20 a.m. I'm still at zero. Up 11.4% from the last 30 days. But, good Lord, what the hell is going on with eBay right now? I've never gone this far into the day with nothing. Let me see if the spike thing's going up. If there's something that's widespread, no current issues. Well, there's nothing hugely widespread at least being documented there. Who knows what's going on? Who knows? The printer didn't print, or eBay scan form did not print last night. No surprise. Let's knock out these orders. That's international. So I only got 5 items here. That's how sad that is. That's good. I'll get this stuff to the post office a lot quicker so I can get to its new homes. First up, we got American Adventure Expeditions t-shirt. That sold for $6.50, headed to Los Angeles. So, yeah, so at least for now, when it comes to the YouTube videos, I'm done fishing. You know, I'm done playing the game, at least for now. It's not worth my focus and my time. Find myself spending too much time trying to create the perfect thumbnail or try to create the perfect title. And it's just a huge distraction, because then in the middle of the day, I might change it. I'll be like, well, that's not really performing, so let's get rid of the thumbnail and just use a screenshot. Let's change the title a little bit too. Like on the one yesterday, I had a title, and then midday, a new title popped in my head, so I went ahead and just changed it anyway. So that didn't bother me, because it was like a quick second thought. It was nothing like, oh, I got to think of that perfect title. It was just whatever. So I'm going back to that. Just going back to not caring. Just it's going to be whatever I'm feeling creative-ish wise. And if a new title pops up in the middle of the day because I remember something I said on the video or something, and I decided to change it, whatever type of thing. You know, just be spontaneous. The Party Animal Bar and Lounge sold for $6. Headed to Illinois. I was taking offers on anything just because of a little bit of a slowdown periods here and there. Yeah, so removing myself. Let people do what they wish from now on, and kind of consider myself not a part of that group anymore, so I don't care what they say, you know. Music Together Sticks CD sold for $9.95. Yay! Headed to Massachusetts. Put that on something. Yeah, I'm just gonna be more free-flowing. Be more free-flowing this year. I was putting too much thought into things. Just focus and work. I look back when I first started building, playing on YouTube, even with the reselling world. Like, I didn't go out and watch other people's videos. I just kept to myself. So, kind of just going to go back to that. Tractor Supply racing hat. Sold for $15. Headed to Texas. Texas. So, everybody who's cool with me and I'm cool with them, please don't take no offense if I don't show up in lives anymore. I'm not commenting. I'm in the process of making sure my YouTube, when I scroll my YouTube channel, to look for something to watch, because I'm getting ready to eat lunch, that it has stuff that I actually want to watch on it. It's normally filled with just junk I don't even care about. Just because it might be reseller related or whatever. Rockaware hat. Sold for $15, headed to Brooklyn, New York. So, beyond the realm of reselling. Ooh, that one's an 8. That leather. Who's that? Oh, I'm just tired of trying to do... Oh, what am I doing? Tired of trying to, I guess, like I said, fit in, but trying to do things in a certain way in order to fit in or to accomplish a goal, at the time of trying to grow the channel or whatever. Like, so if I just take that off my plate as a whole now, it'll help me refocus and get stuff done. I gotta stop letting other things that don't matter distract me. But in turn, I am going to be ignoring things that are people who do matter to me. So I apologize for that part. I've never been afraid to walk alone, to play in my own little world. So I think that's what I'm basically doing. I'm going to play in my own little world. And whatever it becomes, it becomes. So, so I named my channel My Boring Reseller Life, so I didn't have to feel like I was stuck in a bubble that I kept trying to get out of and would go back into, go back into. I got my own bubble. And where it goes, you never know. That's the way I'm going to look at it from here on out. So, it'll turn a lot of people off, but you're still going to get the information when I'm having problems. You're still going to get the same type of stuff. I'm just not going to be promoting it. So, if something goes horribly wrong, I'm not going to be like, oh no, it went horribly wrong, just so people can click on it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. It might be more of a playful and cryptic non-thought. Like, I'm very good at encrypting things without even thinking about it. I've always had my entire life, so even with that bee thing, and then somebody was bringing up bee and eBay and bee and piglet. I thought piglet and eBay would still be eBay because it starts with No, it'd be right A is all right. So Bay-E. No, it'd be Bay-E, not B-E. Bay-E. Maybe that's what you said. I don't remember now. Like I said, but I'm going to get back to that moments. The moment I'm saying it, the moment I'm doing it is all that matters. Forget it the next minute and just stay focused on the end goal. And that is to get next up 60,000 listings in my store. Why? Because it's just foundation material. That'll give me longevity. The way I've always looked at my store also too is the bigger I build my store, the longer the boys can live off the income from it without doing any work but shipping what sells. If I have 100,000 items in my store when I die, that's probably going to give them several years of just consistent money, whether that's hundreds or thousands or whatever. That's just going to be extra for them to survive, to live on. So if they continue to want to just ship what sells, that's all they have to do. And maybe answer emails, but So that's always been kind of, my vision is just building security, building longevity. Because like I've said many times, a lot of the stuff that I bought that's in storage has gone up in value. So there's very little that has gone. There's very little. I don't know. There's probably none that's gone down. Very little that stayed the same. Most of it has jumped up. Even the stuff that used to be penny CDs back in the day on Amazon, I can get $10 for now. So, and CDs are coming around again, making a huge. They're taking off again. I think in Europe, CDs actually outsold vinyl in 2023. So that's the beauty about things too. Everything like comes full circle after so many years, comes around again. So yeah, done playing in the kiddie pool. I'm headed out to the I don't know, the universe. I'm floating. I'm going to be floating randomly in the universe as opposed to playing in somebody's pool or playing in a certain pool. I'm out to conquer the universe. Not really. I'm out to conquer universal peace from within. How about that? There we go. Just putting out whatever I'm feeling at the moment. So, yeah. Guess that's it. Off to the post office I go, and then I'll be back to a listing. So, with this whole new feeling and stuff, though, I might do lives more. Like I said, if I'm not going out to, if I'm staying within my world, then my world can expand when it comes to like putting myself, my world can have a live in it now. Yay. Because I got more time. Because I'm not paying attention to BS. Or whatever, So you kind of just get caught up in, I don't know, I guess as creating that, I'm trying to self evaluate myself as a reselling content creator. You kind of get tied up into this world where you want to create or build something, and even not just even reselling world, just YouTube content as a whole. Like I watched a lot of the videos that say, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. If you don't hook anybody within the 5 seconds, then you're not going to grow. And I got tied up in all that. Like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care if it grows. I'm wasting too much time on it. And I get it that some want to do it just so that the income on YouTube is higher. But you know what? I'm a reseller first. I'm a content maker second. And I need to be accordingly. Do that, that needs to show. Where I got caught up in the rat race, I guess, maybe like a lot of the resellers on YouTube is they see YouTube as easy money. There's no cost to it other than time. But then they don't realize that they're not managing their time well, and you kind of get lost. And then next thing you know, you're probably losing more money than making because your focus has shifted too much one way or another. So I've got to put my focus back. And I think I've built enough. I built a inconsistent consistency on YouTube, meaning I don't have to edit my stuff. I just turn on the camera. I need to use that to my advantage. Like, people who create content who have to edit, they're spending all that time editing, then they're spending the time trying to come up with the proper title or the proper thumbnail. And the next thing you know, they have all this time invested into a video that if they took that time and invested it in their actual business, their store, they would have had a better outcome. So I think I was like kind of walking that line when it came to paying too much attention to YouTube. I think that's what it comes down to. I need to pay more attention to my eBay store and less attention to YouTube. I think that's what it boils down to. So yeah, if I don't know what's going on, then I can't get caught up in it. So if anybody else has more things to say about me, let them say them. Because I am removing myself from the situation, from the picture, the whole picture. The picture as a whole. So I'm not playing in any part of a community any longer. I am my own community. You either like it or you don't. Either way is fine with me, and either way, I totally get it. So thanks everybody for hanging out, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.